Hi Sarah, I thought I'd do up a video just to explain a few things um, about this little system that I've created for you. We've got our parent object. Attached to this parent object, I've got a box collider with is trigger set to true, and I've got the window changer script which I left in Facebook for you. Um, I have put the input field into the variable window changer field, and obviously that script is attached to the parent windows. And then I've got all the windows attached in to that parent object. Now the reason we've done this is you'll see here in this window size, it's still set to 0. The code checks in the start function how many children we've got of that parent, and it sets that. So at the moment it's 12, so it'll set it to 12, and it'll fill in that list automatically. So you don't need to worry about doing that. That way you can just add more windows. You can, if you want to do all your bits and pieces, you can just copy and paste and put more windows in. Any sort of game object in there, it'll do it for. So our window has a big box collider. I've also thrown a first-person controller in there, so then we can show you what it does. And then I'll show you how to set it up. So obviously, as your character walks in, the text field will appear. The default one is 0, so it'll be the nice grey one. And then we can change it to 1. We can change it to 2. We can change it to 3. We can change it to 4. We can change it to 5. And these are just default textures. Just random ones that I quickly threw in there. You can use this sort of same system for pretty much anything. So if we walk out of the trigger, it'll still keep the same texture. If we walk back in, and go 10, 1, 0, 10, and 1, 1. So that's how it basically works. So let's see how it's set up. So in our input field, down here in our content type, I've changed it from standard to decimal number. And down here in our onValueChanged function, I've just dragged the windows in and then selected the function in window changer to change text. So what will happen is with the text, when this function is called, when the text is changed in the input field, it'll run this line of code. It'll delete the old window that's there. It'll assign a new window ID to the text that it's been changed to, and then it will activate the new game object. All these game objects are deactivated in the start function. So as you can see here, for each in the for loop, each one of those game objects is set to false. Then we set the default one to true, which you don't have to do. You can comment that out if you want. And then we've got our on trigger enter and our on trigger exit functions that just turns on the field and turns it off, and turns that input field off when you walk out of the trigger. This same sort of system can also be applied to, we'll go duplicate, drag these over here, and what we'll do is we'll go drag it up. We can create them to be called doors. And in here, we may need to have another input field. So if I go create UI, input field, we'll call it door input. And down here, we go door, drag our door into there, and then go window changer, change text, we'll set our content type to decimal. Now when we start, we can walk into, oh, I forgot to add the input field into the function. So we've got door, so we go our door input up to here. Now when we start, we walk up to the door, change our ID to 2. We'll walk into this one. Change your ID to 4. And there you go. So you can do that with all the windows. So if you're making a game where you build a house, you can do that with walls, you can do that with all sorts of stuff. So excellent. All right, hope that helped a lot. See you later.